movement sparked by a Swedish teenager has gone global. Greta Thunberg's solo school strike has led to this.
And we will never back down!
The Sydney protest, just one of hundreds being held around the world in a coordinated day of action. The movement's reach has extended far beyond major cities. Ruby Walker has travelled 550 kilometres to be here.
It's pretty intense. I think it's really fun to be amongst like-minded people, and a lot of them. It's very different from being in a little town.
Back home in the small town of Inverell in regional New South Wales, 18-year-old Ruby has become the organiser of local school strikes for climate. Back in May, 2 weeks out from a federal election, she's getting ready for another day of action.
I feel like I probably am in the minority of people in Inverell that really care about climate change. Especially like in school, because like a lot of kids are interested in it, but probably not to the extent that I am with wanting to do the strikes and organising it. I think if anything, being a school captain only makes it more, I don't know, I feel like I have an obligation and try and lead by example that you should be active and you should be getting engaged, and like you have the power to change things, and if you want to do it then you should.
In a small country town, support can be thin on the ground.
I don't think they should take time off school.
So you wouldn't support it? You don't support that action?
No, I don't support it, no, not at all.
No, I don't think they should.
Why is that?
Just don't think they know enough about the world, especially probably the older teenagers, but I saw that some of them were only 6 and 7, and I really don't think children that age, they've heard it from somewhere else, haven't they?
You don't get kids going on strike for climate change. There's much better things to do.
They're saying it's important to them, they want to make a stance. Is that to be admired?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think they're just having a day off school.
Like people like that, you're not going to change their minds. Like striking, it's meant to piss people off because you're not doing what they want you to do, and in doing that, it makes them draw to the issue of climate change and makes them talk about it.
While the city strikes attract thousands, here Ruby will be happy if a few dozen people show up.
Half of the reef is dead. The past summer was our hottest on record. Farming communities are battling crippling drought.
It's time to start getting with it. Go! Don't dig it! It's time to start getting with it!
Probably the best turnout we've had, to be honest. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Really think it went very well. 10 out of 10, happy with it, for sure. Okay, so I and others are writing to you about your party's stance on climate change and climate policy.
She's writing to her local MP, Barnaby Joyce, to express her concerns about climate change.
Okay. It's been upsetting to see the fish kills and mismanagement of the Murray-Darling, and would like to know what your plan is to rehabilitate the Darling Basin and future management.
And Ruby is also hoping to put climate change on the agenda at a Meet the Candidates event.
And respectful to all cultures and to all people.
So my question is, as an accountant, can you explain why you want the government to invest in coal-powered energy when the private sector investors are walking away from coal towards renewables?
We've got to understand that even tonight, the vast majority of the power that's being used here tonight is coal-fired power. And that may be unpalatable, but it is just the truth. And we've got to make sure we look after our own people as well.
I think they use that as a way of deflecting the actual answer, and that we should be doing something in Australia, and Australia can be a great influence.
The battle in rural and regional areas seems harder than in the big cities.
Yeah, I feel like people in the city don't realise the extent of what's happening elsewhere. So like you come here, you have beautiful lush grass, you got beautiful gardens, but out in like the rural communities, it's like a desert.
But Ruby believes she can make a difference.
It's definitely put pressure on the politicians, and it's like every little bit counts.
If nothing happens, what are your concrete fears for the future of your generation?
Oh, definitely that we'll just be left with a shithole. Like the planet will just be in a state of disrepair and we'll just have so many issues to deal with. I just think it's just so disgusting to think that the people before us to just screw up the planet. It's just so irresponsible. I don't have to deal with that.